Welcome to my channel. My name is Amber, where you get the taste of country living and also farm-to-table recipes and opportunities as well. So today I'm going to continue my video series of doing the gluten-free cinnamon rolls. Earlier on a different video, I made a gluten-free flour blend that is my favorite, and you should watch that so you can get that recipe for these cinnamon rolls. And then also, this same dough will make amazing dinner rolls as well. And those are raising in the background. That will be on a different video. And today we're going to do cinnamon rolls. So I split the dough in half, and the other half is right here, ready to roll. And I'm basically just putting it in some gluten-free flour to get it ready. And then I'll show you how I do the cinnamon rolls. This dough is so good. Okay, so now we've taken some of that same gluten-free dough, and now we're just going to make cinnamon rolls out of this instead of dinner rolls. It's very versatile, this recipe. Okay, so it's a little bit sticky, but I'm just going to roll this out. And it won't take too long. Put a little more flour on this. Okay, you can see that that's really wide. And now I'm going to brush it with butter and put some brown sugar and nutmeg and cinnamon on this. All right, now we're going to spread some butter on our dough. And there is about a stick of butter here, melted butter. So we just liberally spread that on. I really enjoy making cinnamon rolls, so it's kind of nice having a gluten-free cinnamon roll that tastes so good. Now I've taken some Splenda, and I'm going to put some Splenda on here. It's a 0 sugar baking blend, and I like Swerve as well, but I just happen to have some Splenda here today. So just a 3/4 cup of brown sugar. Just spread that around. You get your hands messy doing this, which is fine. It's part of the fun. All right, now about 1 teaspoon of nutmeg and 4 teaspoons of cinnamon. So we're liberally putting some cinnamon on here. 4 teaspoons of cinnamon. All right, now we're going to roll this up. Ooh, now hopefully it'll let us roll. Just take a little pastry cutter and roll that up. Yep, it's a little sticky, but that's okay. We can work with it. So gluten-free dough is often a little more sensitive than dough with gluten in it. Make sure that the little edges here are pinched off. Okay. All right, now I'm going to cut them into cinnamon rolls. Let's see, 1, 2, 10, 11, 12. Looks like we got a bonus one. Okay. And now we're going to go ahead and put them in the pan. I've cut cinnamon rolls with thread before, but I didn't do these with thread because they're so a little bit unstable, but as you can see, they're going right in there. They're going in here nicely. Of course, I greased the pan. Got to shape them just a little bit as you're putting them in. They'll flatten out a little. Okay, here are the pan of cinnamon rolls, and now we're just going to let those raise. And then we'll put them in the oven, and they need to bake on 350 degrees for 35 minutes. And I'm thinking that this might take about an hour to raise. So I'll show you when they're ready. It's time to make the frosting for the cinnamon rolls. And I've put a little bit of softened butter in here, 4 tablespoons, and then 4 ounces of softened cream cheese. And I'm just going to whip that up a little bit before I add anything else, just to lighten it up. So now that's just a little lighter and airier. And then we add 2½ cups of powdered sugar. Actually, it's 2 1/4 cup of powdered sugar, and then a tablespoon of heavy cream. I'm actually using a coconut almond cream. And then a teaspoon of vanilla. We'll just put a little teaspoon in there. And then a 1/4 teaspoon of almond extract as well. Okay, now I'm just going to mix that up until it's nice and blended. I really like cream cheese frosting. It's one of my favorite types of frosting. And they taste really delicious on these cinnamon rolls. Cinnamon rolls are raising. We'll be putting them in the oven soon. So the frosting is done and ready to go on those warm cinnamon rolls when they come out of the oven. It's time for the cinnamon rolls to go into the oven. They look like they've raised a little bit. And it's a 350-degree oven, and they'll cook for 25 to 30 minutes. In they go. You should smell my kitchen right now. It smells divine. The cinnamon rolls are done, and I'm going to pull them out of the oven. Oh, wow. Look at those. Now, when I first put them in, they were kind of scary looking, right? But now they have a nice shape, and they're ready to be frosted. But I'm going to let them cool just a little bit before we frost them, simply because I don't want the frosting to melt entirely. Let's go ahead and frost these cinnamon rolls. I just want the frosting to get slightly warm before I frost them. Again, I love cream cheese frosting, and I put a little bit of this coconut almond creamer, and that's from Trader Joe's, and that gave that just a little different flavor. Different as in really good. Okay. Look at those finished frosted gluten-free cinnamon rolls to die for. Here they are, folks. Beautiful, frosted, delicious looking gluten-free cinnamon rolls. Let's have a taste. Oh, yum. They look really moist and delicious. Let's check them out. Warm from the oven. Okay. Now, granted, I haven't had much sugar lately. Of course, this is with Swerve powdered sugar and Splenda brown sugar. So sugar-free, but still sweet and fluffy and moist and delicious. Thanks for joining me on this journey in making the best gluten-free cinnamon rolls on the planet.